Now on Good Morning Northwest, a Spokane jogger hit and killed by a teenage driver who fled the scene. The 17-year-old faces upgraded charges, and the victim's running club is honoring her memory this morning. We'll have a live report.
And it is getting warmer in your Thursday forecast. How hot you should be planning for things to get the rest of the week.
And a car crashes into a Garland District bar early this morning. What we know about it just ahead. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Thursday, July 17th. Welcome to the start of your day. We're going to kick things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at that first alert forecast. One more day till Friday, Matt.
Yeah, one more day till Friday. Got to admit, though, this is a beautiful start to today. Definitely a little warmer than yesterday as we start off a little warming trend for the back end of the week. But man, look at this. Beautiful fair weather clouds sitting over Spokane, over Coeur d'Alene. The sun coming up here. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s as we get our 6 a.m. hour started. Now, for this afternoon, as I mentioned, it is going to be hotter. We're going to see some 90s around Spokane, the valley into the Rafton Prairie, Cheney as well. Coeur d'Alene expected to be a little bit cooler by the lake in the upper 80s. We'll see upper 80s as well around the vast majority of the West Plains for this afternoon. Now, we are going to continue to heat up through Friday. After that, though, some very comfortable temperatures coming in for the weekend. But the transition between warm and a little less warm often comes with some breezy weather, and that's exactly what we're going to see for Friday. Because of the hot and breezy conditions, there is a fire weather watch up for parts of the inland Northwest. We'll take a closer look coming up in a few minutes.
We are following breaking news this morning on Spokane's north side, where a car crashed into Rick's Ringside Pub on West Garland Avenue just before 3 this morning. At last check, police and fire crews are still on the scene. Check it out. You're looking at exactly where the vehicle slammed into the side of the building. This is right in the heart of the Garland District, across from the Garland movie theater. Now, we don't know if anyone was injured in the crash, what exactly caused it, or how much damage was done to that building. We're still working to confirm more details, and I've already reached out to both police and fire officials. I'll keep digging throughout the morning to give you more details. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Thanks. The jogger hit by a teenager suspected of driving under the influence yesterday morning has died.
The Spokane police confirmed the woman died from her injuries in the hospital yesterday evening. The driver accused of hitting her, a 17-year-old boy who ran from the scene, faces felony charges. Jordan Smith is live on Spokane South Hill this morning, where not long from now, a running group will honor her memory this morning.
Well, and that running group actually just wrapped up as a very quick run from the Starbucks on Grand Avenue to 49th and Perry, where that woman was hit and killed in that hit and run. The Spokane Swift, she was a part of that running group. They ran all the way out here, and they all dropped off flowers and memorabilia here in honor of their teammates, who was a mother. They tell me that she had a couple of kiddos and was just an overall terrific person. And you can see just the outpouring of support that her teammates showed her there, just running up here and just moments ago taking off. We interviewed Heather, who's the president of the Swifts, of this running organization that she was a part of, and it was very emotional. You can see the tears starting to swell in a lot of these teammates' eyes, and you could see how close a lot of them were with this. And one of the big points of emphasis was just, these runners come out here every day, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, trying to beat the heat, and it's something that they don't even think twice about. And so a very difficult situation for them to grapple with right now. We did just get an interview with Heather. We'll try to have that sound in a little bit later on in the show to hear her message for her teammates and for this running community. For now, reporting live here on the South Hill, I'm Jordan Smith. We'll send it back to you.
Jordan, thanks. Well, the city approved several new construction projects that should make it safer for streets safer for pedestrians, bicyclists, and drivers. Spokane's comprehensive street program highlights what projects the city aims to complete in the next 6 years. One of those projects includes adding sidewalks along Driscoll Boulevard between Garland and Wellesley, so that those who use the street don't have to walk in the middle of it to get to where they're going. Other projects include improvements to the roads around schools and bus stops.
We make sure we get community input, and then we take it through all the review process with our plan commission and city council and public hearings, and then they get prioritized that way and matched up with funding sources, and then they're kind of out the door.
This list includes projects like bridge repairs, repaving roads, and installing water and sewer lines. Well, this morning we want you to get up to date on wildfires that are burning all across the inland Northwest. The first is the Hope Fire. It's burning north of Kettle Falls. As of our last update, the fire is at 7,400 acres or 11.5 square miles with 16% containment. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations are still in place for this fire. You can see who's affected on this map here on your screen. The Red Cross Evacuation Center at Kettle Falls Middle School is open on an on-call basis.
The next is the Western Pines Fire burning 10 miles northeast of Davenport. This is at 5,700 acres with 60% containment. Level 3 evacuations are still in effect within the fire perimeter. That's been that way for days, but all other evacuation orders have been dropped. Fire crews note a dramatic reduction in fire activity in the last 24 hours.
And the last wildfire is burning 5 miles north of Omak, named the Green Acres Fire. We have new information this morning that all evacuation orders ended and all roads are now open. The Green Acres Fire is burning 921 acres, or just less than 1.5 square miles. Crews have it 95% contained right now. The fire destroyed 7 homes and damaged 13 other structures. And you can follow along with the progress of all the fires burning in our area right now. It's up right now on KXLY.com/firewatch.
Green Bluff is planning a fun night tonight. It is the annual Cherry Pickers Trot and the Pit Spit. It all starts tonight at 5 with the Cherry Pit Spit. Then the little ones can participate in the Tot Trot at 6:30. 7 o'clock, the main event, that 4-mile run through Green Bluff's orchard country on paved roads. Awards will be given to the top 3 men and women. You can park for free near the starting line at Beck's Harvest House. Always a fun time.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
It's going to be a great day for it too. It's now 6:06. A little toasty by run time though.
Yeah, it could be a little warm for the old Pit Spit, but sorry, I had to say that.
It's fun to say. I don't blame you.
It's fun to say it. Hey, we're gonna have a great day across the inland Northwest. Great day in Colfax as well behind me. Good sunrise coming up over the Spokane area as well. We're gonna talk about some hotter temperatures and some fire concerns coming up.
And you may experience longer power outages to prevent wildfires. Inland Power explains its new safety protocols and what you need to know.
And your next trip through the TSA security could look a little different. TSA is weighing changes to its liquid restrictions and shoe removal requirements. Those details next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Summer is here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's set to be a scorcher. But why suffer through another season of sweltering heat and box fans? Call the experts at Bill's Heating and AC. With a lowest price guarantee, free second opinions, and a warehouse full of top quality equipment, we're ready to make your summer comfortable without breaking the bank. Technicians are on standby. Call for your free quote today.
When it comes to buying used vehicles, we know that there's a lot of options for you out there.
Make Colville Toyota your first option for quality used vehicles.
Before our cars hit the lot, we inspect and repair any issues that we may find. We care about our customers and our cars, and it shows with the extra TLC that we put into them.
If you're in the market for a new, used, or certified vehicle, come to Colville Toyota and buy with confidence.
Because we're your small town dealership with a big heart.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
Idaho's crown jewel ranked #1. A quick drive to Playtime Paradise. Tee off in style, then keep the fun going at the casino. Secure your tee time online at cdacasino.com/golf. Circling Raven Golf Club at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Welcome back. It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Pressure is growing this morning for the Trump administration to release the Jeffrey Epstein files.
The controversy has Trump lashing out at his own supporters, calling them stupid for falling for what he calls a fix hoax. But it was Trump and some of his closest allies who spread conspiracy theories on Epstein and a client list. Last week, a memo from the DOJ and the FBI agencies led by FBI Director Kash Patel and U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi concluded that a client list never existed. When asked about the possibility of appointing a special counsel to investigate the Epstein case, Trump said, quote, "I have nothing to do with it."
The rescissions package, slicing $9 billion in funding for public broadcasting and foreign aid, is heading to the House. Republican senators passed it in the early morning hours, 51-48. Senators Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski are the only members of the GOP in the chamber who did not support it. The House is coming off a late night of its own, focused on cryptocurrency legislation. GOP holdouts are why a procedural hurdle last night set a new record for the longest House vote in modern history.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem signals the TSA may change liquid container size limits for carry-on bags. The current 3.4-ounce rule dates back to 2006 after a plot to blow up U.S.-bound planes with liquid explosives. Meanwhile, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy reveals that it'll cost $31.5 billion to overhaul the nation's outdated air traffic control system. That's $10 billion more than his estimate just a month ago. At the current pace, Duffy says this upgrade could take 300 years to complete.
Dangerous weather across the country overnight. Storms hitting the already waterlogged Northeast ahead of dangerous heat today. In New Jersey, a man is dead and more than a dozen others injured, including children, struck by lightning at an archery range. In New Orleans, residents are filling sandbags as the Gulf Coast braces for a tropical disturbance that could bring up to 10 inches of rain. And across the Midwest, multiple reported tornadoes touching down. In Texas, search efforts continue this morning for missing people, where 134 have been confirmed dead due to the July 4th flooding.
There has been so much flooding across the country this summer. Sad to see. A little bit toasty locally today. We will see hotter and windier weather coming up on Friday. Take a closer look coming up.
Inland Power customers might see more frequent and longer outages this summer, but the company says it's in response to wildfire danger. The utility company saying it's already using level 2 of its fire safety mode. That means every time there's an outage, the line has to be manually inspected before it can be turned back on. Its power lines will also be the most sensitive to high winds or any objects hitting them. This can create longer outages, but Inland Power says safety and preventing wildfires is its top priority.
We're working with other utilities throughout the region on creating a public safety power shutoff program for those most extreme situations. And in those situations, it would not be an entirely system-wide necessarily.
Inland Power says its customers who need power for medical equipment factor into its decision to not plan for any public safety power shutoffs this summer. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:13.
Will robotic appliances make household chores easier? Consumer Reports' latest tests reveal which robotic devices are worth the money and which you shouldn't bother with. The story right after this break.
But first, we got a live look at the pleasant start to our Thursday morning. So glad you're starting it with us here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you after the break.
Wildfire season is here. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Chris Crocker.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
Due to recent supply chain delays and clearance items stacking up in the warehouse, this week all Walker's Furniture locations are having an emergency inventory liquidation sale where you can save up to 70% on all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
New inventory is on the way, so we're clearing space and passing the savings on to you. Plus, special 5-year financing was brought in where you can save now and pay over time with no minimum purchase required.
During the inventory reduction sale this week at Walker's.
Exhaustipated. When you're tired of your backed up gut and you need fast relief. New Mirafast.
works naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes. New MiraFast. Acts faster, works gently.
Exploring different regions throughout the Northwest and beyond can be fun and educational. 4 News Now would like to showcase these locations with Travel for Adventures.
Moses Lake is the perfect place for family getaways and exploring.
From camping, fishing, and ATVing around the lake to outdoor concerts, farmers markets, and air shows, Moses Lake has something for everyone. Visit tourmoseslake.com.
Annual events like Springfest, the Moses Lake Air Show, and the Grant County Fair are a blast. And check out the BMX State Qualifier, Vintage Hydroplane Test and Tune Days, and the Sand Scorpion Freestyle event.
For a low-key vacation, how about the Great Gulf, Water Park, or one-day Art Fest? The Amani Festival, celebrating Hispanic cultures, takes place in September.
Moses Lake, Washington. It's the perfect place to explore.
Discover more places you might like to visit. Go to KXLY.com/travel4adventures.
This is important information from AARP and BECU. You're invited to a free event July 30th at the Southside Senior Activity Center. This is an emergency preparedness workshop designed to help older adults and family caregivers in Spokane County take practical steps in the event of an emergency. Come together with others and walk away with the confidence to face emergencies big or small. Connect with your neighbors, local experts, and support organizations and work together to build a safer, more resilient Spokane. Find out more and register at this website.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by TourMosesLake.com.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Well, welcome back. It's now 6:17. Refrigerators powered by artificial intelligence to automated mops and mowers. Household robots are on the rise. But are they truly helpful or just another tech trend? Consumer Reports breaks down the pros, cons, and reveals which deliver real value. From vacuuming your floors to cleaning your grill, today's smart appliances promise convenience at the touch of a button. But are they delivering? Consumer Reports' Dan Orklowski tracks the latest in home and garden tech.
While these products are helpful, they tend to be pricier than their traditional counterparts, and they often have complicated setup processes and require extra tinkering to keep them working.
Take Samsung's new $5,000 bespoke refrigerator, which comes with an AI vision camera that's supposed to recognize the groceries you add to your fridge. When CR tested the feature, it worked about half the time and struggled with packaged foods like milk and soda. CR's evaluations of robotic lawnmowers found you'll need to pre-mow your grass to a specific height before you can set these robots loose on your lawn. And all that convenience will cost you hundreds to thousands of dollars. But it's not all bad news. Some smart products like robotic vacuums have come a long way. They're now better at dodging obstacles, navigating tight spaces, and picking up dirt along edges and in corners. And while not exactly a robot, CR says a smart thermostat is a great investment.
These will cut down on your heating and cooling bills using AI to automatically adjust the temperature, especially when you're not home. They also connect to demand response programs from your local utility company, which can give you discounts on your bill.
The new Google Nest Learning Thermostat does all of that and earned top marks in CR's tests. Yeah, so... And it is kind of impressive to see, you know, the changes and the improvements that come along with some of these things. But
like I said earlier, I'd be so curious to see just how far advancements come in the next 5-10 years. I mean, we're already seeing advancements on things like those vacuums and things that wash your floor.
Yeah,
I gotta say, my robot vacuum gets stuck a lot.
Yeah.
Now maybe that's more my fault.
No, I don't think so. I think that's a normal thing.
Yeah. We named the vacuum Prince Harry.
Ooh.
Because we have dogs.
Oh, it vacuums up the hair.
See?
That's funny.
Nice. See? You get it? You get it? All right. Hey, let's go to your forecast. What a nice morning we've got going on around the region. Air quality has come down just a little bit in some areas this morning, but it's improved a lot in others. We'll show you that in a minute, but look at this. Temperatures in the 50s for most of us. A little warm still in Omak, 67 right now, but the Omak air quality has improved a ton. You know, we were down in the red yesterday morning. Now we're in the green, which is awesome. We are seeing some moderate air quality places like Sandpoint, Lewiston, and around the Spokane area as well. Look, at this point in the year, with how things have gone so far this fire season, we just got to expect some haze and some smoke drifting in and out. And if we only end up at moderate a few hours a day, I'd say that that is pretty good, all things considered. So your highs for today will be a little bit warmer. So we were about 83 in Spokane yesterday. How about 89 for this afternoon? There will be some areas that get into the low 90s around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene Metro. St. Mary's going to hit 90 as well. Most of North Idaho, though, in the upper 80s. We'll see some mid-90s as you work your way down into the Columbia Basin, and pretty hot in the LC Valley. As we get into the hottest day that we have seen since Monday, well, what do you know? We've got some fire weather concerns. Gusty winds are going to come in. That'll cool us off for the weekend, but during the afternoon, that hottest part of the day across eastern Washington, another fire weather watch, as we will see the winds and the heat and the dryness combined here for more fire weather conditions. Not expecting it to be nearly the levels we saw on Monday, but still enough that we got to keep an eye on things. Let's show you the wind gusts here briefly. Not too much going on today or in the early morning, but as we head towards the late morning, notice those winds starting to pick up out of the southwest and then beginning to turn to out of the north across central Washington as we head into the late afternoon. Those gusts consistently well over 20, 25, 30 miles an hour, and eventually getting even gustier across the central part of Washington state as we head into your evening. There are your highs for Friday. Yeah, it is going to be a little toasty, but after that we start cooling off. Look at this. Saturday, Sunday, only in the low 80s. Even had a chance for a couple of showers Monday and Tuesday.
Fingers crossed for it.
Yeah.
Really
Rain would be nice.
It would be very nice.
All right. Thanks.
It's now just about 6:22.
This year's MLB All-Star Week in Atlanta has officially come to a close. It's been a very busy week in the baseball world, including the two-day-long MLB draft. Just ahead, we got Jack Wallace spotlighting some of the Mariners, their most tantalizing picks in this year's draft. That's next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
From your head and shoulders, down to your toes, and everywhere in between. Kootenai Health provides advanced medicine right where you need it, right here in North Idaho.
Do you currently live in an older home and are needing to replace your siding? We offer fiber cement, steel, and vinyl. Or maybe your roof or windows deteriorated and it's time to replace them. For over 90 years, McVeigh Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows has been upgrading homes and making them beautiful, using the very best products sold today. In this month, we're offering special financing where you can put no money down, make no payments, and pay no interest till 2026. At McVeigh Brothers, we're working for you.
It's the All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring and Design. This is where we offer big savings on our American-made flooring, like our Pet Perfect and Color Wall fashion carpets. Plus, we'll install as many rooms as you want for $17.76 in celebration of our independence. And you can also save big on American-made cabinets. Plus, all military and veterans could save an additional 5% off during our All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin punches back harder. Nothing is proven more powerful for 24-hour non-drowsy relief. Claritin clears. Now try Claritin Liquid.
In over your head with the price of doing laundry these days? Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Liquid Detergent cleans 3 times more loads than premium tile detergent at the same price. Clean deep without spending deep.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, That's all.
509-999-9999.
Triathletes, if your body reminds you that you are not, in fact, made out of iron, know that Kootenai Health is here for every stroke, pedal, and step of your journey. Find your specialist at kh.org.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. And after this busy All-Star week starts to wind down, the Mariners come out of it with a home run derby champion and 21 new faces. Pretty good. And of those new kids, let's highlight some of the most intriguing picks. Starting with the number 3 overall pick, we have shutdown pitcher Cade Anderson out of LSU, one of the best players in the draft, and just won the national title with the Tigers. And given his heavy play with LSU this season, he won't play in the minors this summer. That's confirmed from them. And the Southpaw ace will make his debut next year with the specialty curveball ready to go. And also in the first round, you're watching now, catcher Luke Stevenson from North Carolina, a hard-hitting lefty, a strong and accurate arm that is a natural clubhouse leader. He spoke after the draft on how grateful he is for the opportunity.
It's unbelievable, and I'm excited to be around it and be around the guys that helped him and pick their brains. I mean, this is an absolute dream come true. Being able to go to an organization like this, it's seriously a dream come true, and the development that they do, I could not be happier. And to spend this with my family, I'm fired up.
Other players to watch out for include this guy, Corbin Dickerson from Indiana, plus Lucas Kelly from Arizona State, and 9th rounder Jackson Steensma from Appalachian State. Now that's going to wrap us up for Morning Sports. Check us out at 6 and Nightside right here on 4 News Now.
The future of the M's.
Love it.
It's exciting. It's now 6:26.
After more than a century of service, United Way of Spokane County is shutting down. Financial challenges force the closure, leaving nonprofits scrambling for funding now. We'll tell you which organizations are impacted next.
A Spokane jogger was killed in a hit and run yesterday. How her running team honored her here this morning. That's coming up.
In this morning's GMA First Look, we're taking you backstage at the ESPYs.
What was it like being on stage celebrating all of your success?
It's definitely not like performing. I'd rather do a million beam routines in a row than to be up there and giving a speech. But nonetheless, super exciting to be here with all the athletes celebrating all of our achievements.
All night, women's sports were firmly in the spotlight.
Robin Roberts says that women's sports isn't a moment, it's a movement. You're a part of that. What do you think about the state and the future of women's sports?
I think that right now we are like at an all-time high, and it's so amazing to see, just because, I mean, it can always get better from here, but it's just so amazing to see and for everybody to be engaged and actually care about women's sports.
Coming up at 7 a.m., more of the biggest stars from the ESPYs. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimberg, ABC News, New York.
With wet AMD, I worry I'm losing sight of the world around me. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments. So I can do more of what I love. Vabysmo works differently. It's the only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your retina specialist right away.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
The #1 prescribed treatment for wet AMD. Ask a retina specialist about Vabysmo.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Get real results. Get Russell and Hill.
I was hit by an intoxicated driver. I came upon Russell and Hill, and it was really, really great to have an expert working for me. I got more than I was expecting, significantly more than what insurance was originally telling me I would get. I would absolutely recommend Russell and Hill.
Russell and Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel,
to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Conquer the road in a 2025 Atlas. Get a 2.9% APR or a $3,500 customer bonus. Go big. Go Atlas.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We begin this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker.
At least 61 people died in a massive fire that ripped through a shopping mall in eastern Iraq overnight. Civil defense teams rescued 45 people who were trapped inside. It's not immediately clear what caused that fire. The building housed a restaurant and a large supermarket and had only been open for 7 days.
The Trump administration has paused work on a new database that's designed to provide Americans with precise estimates about their risk of experiencing flash floods. The database would, for the first time, take climate change into account when making precipitation frequency estimates, which would help people plan for the future when designing and building infrastructure projects. A National Weather Service spokesperson said the work on the database is under review.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Thursday, July 17th.
Oh my God, it's Ribby. That made my day right there. All right, 60 degrees in Spokane, 55 in Coeur d'Alene. We're set for a pretty nice Thursday, but it is going to be hotter as we start to see a short warming trend here for the back end of this week. So we're going to get pretty close to 90 in many areas, and I do expect low 90s in quite a few neighborhoods around Spokane later on today. So enjoy this nice morning. We will see things feel a little bit toasty once we get past lunchtime. Some spots that'll be in the 90s, 9 Mile, the Meade area getting up to about 93. So it is going to be a little hot the north side of Spokane, 91 in downtown, 92 in the valley. We'll see low 90s or right about 89, 90 for Liberty Lake, Post Falls, and Hayden as we get into the later parts of this afternoon. Right now, hottest part of the day is about between 4 and about 6 p.m. So something to keep in mind as you go about your afternoon. What to know about your forecast? Hot and breezy tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is going to be the hottest day we've had since about Monday, and that means that we are keeping an eye on fire weather conditions, including a fire weather watch for parts of the inland Northwest. We'll show you where and talk about those conditions more coming up.
The Spokane police say a jogger hit by a teen driver suspected of driving under the influence has died.
This morning, friends of that jogger are coming together this morning for a run in her memory. Just after 5:30 yesterday morning, the woman was jogging alongside Perry Street when she was hit by an SUV. The driver accused of hitting her is a 17-year-old boy who ran away shortly after. Police began searching for that suspect and eventually responded to a 17-year-old boy running barefoot near Highway 195 and Eagle Ridge, nearly 3.5 miles away from the crash site. Police determined that he was the driver of that car and arrested him. He's now facing felony charges. Our Jordan Smith is live this morning where those runners honored her legacy this morning.
Yeah, we did learn late last night that this woman was a part of the Spokane Swifts female running team here in Spokane, and her teammates got together early this morning and did a run to commemorate her. I'll show you, this is the site where this crash happened. Her teammates dropped off flowers. You can see memorabilia from the Boulevard race, some Spokane Swift running mitts there, and all of them, probably more than a dozen, maybe 18 women came together jogging to support her and support their fallen teammate. We did get a chance to catch up with Heather, who's the president of the Spokane Swifts, who ran alongside this woman for years. Hear what she had to say.
What happened yesterday was just so horrific and tragic. We know the runner, and it just hit so close to home with us. We wanted to memorialize her. I mean, we lost in our running community, we lost a mother, a daughter. We're praying for her family, and her children lost their mom yesterday.
And you can just hear the heartbreak in her voice and all of these runners' voices as they were a part of this memorial here today. And they did run from the Starbucks on 37th and Grand Avenue all the way up here to 49th and Perry. Kind of a short run, but running with flowers in hand. And that's the sentiment that you just heard from Heather, from everybody, is, you know, these runners are out here at 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, because, you know, generally it's the safest time to run. There's very little traffic. It's cooler outside, especially in these hot summer months. And so definitely just a tragic moment yesterday. Everyone's still very heartbroken by this event. Now that person, that 17-year-old who was accused of hitting her with her car, is expected to make his first appearance in court later this afternoon. We'll have the latest information on that as that situation progresses throughout the day. For now, reporting live here on the South Hill, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
We are following breaking news out of Idaho. In just a few hours, there will be a new hearing in the Bryan Kohberger case that could affect the gag order. Kohberger recently pleaded guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students, Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogen, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle. Now, that gag order was put in place because the judge was concerned it could hurt chances of a fair jury. But now that there won't be a trial and Kohberger pleaded guilty, media outlets, including us at 4 News Now, argue those concerns are no longer valid, and prosecutors agree, saying they won't object. A judge will hear arguments today in Boise. That hearing starts at 9:30 a.m. We will be streaming that hearing live on our website at KXLY.com and our KXLY Plus app. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks so much. In Washington, D.C., President Trump has signed a new bill into law with the aim of cracking down on illegal fentanyl trafficking. The HALT All Lethal Trafficking of Fentanyl Act classifies all fentanyl-related substances as Schedule I narcotics. The president says this is a, quote, righteous blow against drug traffickers and criminal cartels. This bill was backed by both Republicans and Democrats.
And here in Spokane, fentanyl was discovered in nearly 80% of all accidental overdoses reported in 2024. We've seen a 300% increase in overdose deaths in the county since 2018. And in 2024, 352 deaths, which makes up roughly 5% of all deaths in Spokane County, drugs either caused or contributed to.
In the last 5 years, it's been more than a 300% increase in overdose deaths, right? That's just deaths. And I don't really have access to the data of people overdosing and surviving. This is just purely just the number of people who are dying in our community.
Dr. Venus Singh, the Spokane County medical examiner who you just heard from there, says more overdose deaths happen to men and typically take place in homes and apartments, not out on the streets.
A sewage main break flooded a North Spokane neighborhood with wastewater, and it's going to mean a hassle for drivers for a few days. Spokane County reports the pipe failed Tuesday on Wall Street and Barnes Road, creating a 3-foot crack that spewed sewage onto streets and into some basements. Crews worked to clean up the mess as neighbors deal with the smell.
It started early and I could smell something. What is going on? Went outside and saw this brown stream coming down the road here. That was terrible. That was terrible.
Spokane County crews have repaired that main break. Road closures are set to lift Saturday, but the cleanup continues as workers remove waste from affected streets.
After more than 100 years of service, United Way of Spokane County shut down, putting an end to the organization's cherished work of connecting local charities with donors. The organization says financial challenges and unexpected leadership transitions forced it to close. For those it has helped, like Girl Scouts of Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho, it has lift heavy hearts in concerning loss.
For me, the closure is just sadness, because I know it's not just us. We're standing here in West Central and there's so many nonprofits out impacted by it. YMCA is just down the way, YWCA is just down the way. We all were beneficiaries of the generosity of United Way.
And another organization impacted by this closure is SNAP. A representative saying in a statement, with their closure, SNAP now faces the challenge of replacing the critical funding that United Way once provided, leading to a need for more support from other sources.
It's a tough loss for the community. It's now 6:39.
Checking back in, meteorologist Matt Gray, as we're kicking off our Thursday morning.
And a really nice looking start to our day. There is still a little bit of haze out there. You can see that right now over the LC Valley. And hey, you know, here we are in mid-July. This is just kind of what we're going to be dealing with for a while. We will take a little chat about what's going on with our air, plus the hot weather on the way for the end of the week coming up.
July is peak month for grilling accidents. Burn Center doctors say common mistakes are sending thousands to the hospital. The safety tips that could save your summer cookout when we come back.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
It's a summer roundup. This week at Cal, over 300 rigs have been strategically priced low like a stampede of savings.
We're not horsing around with these special buys.
Trade up to a better set of wheels while you lower your monthly payment. Plus, special financing was brought in so you can get a fun new ride for summer.
And $44 down is all you need.
During the summer roundup this week at Cal.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP, and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
There's magic throughout the universe. And some places have more than others. There's magic inside, everywhere. There's no place like Wonders of the World. There's magic inside.
Stop Bugging Me Pest Control. This summer, don't let stinging insects ruin your outdoor fun. Wasps, hornets, get rid of those stinging pests. Call Stop Bugging Me Pest Control and leave everything to us.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Grills are one of the most common accidents we see during the summer months.
If you're planning to spend your summer outside grilling with your family, safety experts warn that grilling accidents are more common than you think. In 2022, an estimated 5,400 people were sent to emergency rooms for gas and charcoal-related injuries, and 13 people die a year. There's also risks of carbon monoxide poisoning. Dr. Annapurna Mehta, who works at the Burn Center, says July is the peak month for grilling-related injuries.
People are mishandling the propane tank or pouring gasoline or lighter fluid directly into the grill, and they sort of have this back force of flame and fires.
If you're using a grill, safety experts recommend only using it outside in a well-ventilated area and never leave a hot grill unattended, especially if it's in an area that children can get to.
Takeaways today in your forecast. A little warmer today. We'll be getting close to 90 degrees in many areas. We'll see hotter, windier conditions on Friday before we cool down over the weekend.
There's something new on the menu in Post Falls, a food truck court created with our inland Northwest community in mind. Eats on Spokane Street opened in June and offers an upscale dining hub, bringing people together one delicious meal at a time.
It's wonderful. I love the fact that it's very clean and family friendly, dog friendly, so it just feels like a nice big family.
Food court features an open central space designed for community gatherings with plans to expand to 7 food trucks. The venue operates 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I like that it's all like locally owned food trucks. Looks really cool. I check that out.
It's now 6:40, just about 6:44.
Spokane residents are facing tighter water restrictions. The city says further limits on lawn watering could be just around the corner if drought conditions continue. The details you'll want to know. That's ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Keystone RV is fighting for your business by giving Bobby Combs RV in Coeur d'Alene approved discounts on all Hideout and Passport models in stock. Save thousands of dollars on several great floor plans like this Hideout or this Passport model. After approved Keystone discount, only $33,990. Best deal of all, this Passport model was $45,662, now only $27,990. Deals end July 31st, so don't wait. Bobby Combs RV Center in Coeur d'Alene. Great selection, low prices, and friendly service.
Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain Resort. Play 2 days in Idaho's largest indoor water park and enjoy one night in a beautiful condo for just $57 a person. Ride America's longest gondola for breathtaking scenic views or cruise the Northwest's #1 bike park. Create new family memories around the fire, an outdoor movie, or an evening stroll through the village. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene on I-90. Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Say no when it feels so good to say yes. Want some help? Yes. Want to skip the line? Yes. Watch an unreleased season of your favorite show? Yes. How about a credit union with low loan rates, no hidden fees, online banking, and friendly member services? Oh, yes. Experience how good yes can feel.
I didn't think someone like me was at risk of shingles.
The rash couldn't possibly be that painful.
And it wouldn't disrupt my life for weeks.
I was wrong. I didn't know that 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles, and it could reactivate at any time.
I learned that the hard way.
But you don't have to. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Quality Spas of Spokane.
Good morning. It's now 6:46 and gorgeous. Gorgeous skies. You know, we have hardly seen a drop of rain, though, in the forecast. And now the city of Spokane says it's close to restricting watering ordinances even further if drought conditions get worse.
And right now, river levels are low enough for the city to ask residents to only water their lawns 4 days a week. The city's ordinance also asks residents to not do any watering between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. to help conserve that water. Watering during the day, especially when it's hot, means a lot of the water will evaporate before it soaks into your grass.
There's a lot of reasons that we don't need to use as much water. We overwater our landscape. So that's why we're always encouraging you to water every other day. Don't water more than 2 hours a day.
If the river levels continue to decrease in the city, it will ask residents to only water for 2 days each week. The city would also ask you to avoid washing off any hard surfaces like your driveway or your sidewalk. And Matt, you got a firsthand look at how low that river is yesterday.
Yeah, I certainly did. We're probably 1 to 2 weeks away from that happening the way things have been going recently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, working on a story about water levels, how that affects the habitat in the river and things of that nature when we see these low flows, especially earlier in the summer season like we're seeing right now.
Stay tuned.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. Let's talk about the weather for today. So we got another warm one, that's for sure. We'll see some 90s around the city. A lot of us, though, going to just end up in the upper 80s, especially if you're in one of the shadier neighborhoods. Mid-90s for Moses Lake, Grand Coulee, the Omak area. 90 in St. Mary's, getting close to triple digits again. We'll see lots of upper 90s in the LC Valley and around the Snake and Clearwater rivers down in the canyon bottoms there. We are also going to continue to see hazy conditions, pretty hazy over the LC Valleys we showed you before today. Let's show you how things are going. Gonna have to keep an eye on smoke from this Placer Creek fire that's up in the north of the border in the Cascades here, and the Hope Fire as well. Those looks to be the bigger smoke producers as we go throughout the day today. And so we'll continue to see pretty hazy conditions across the northern tier and central tier of our region. So look, that's just kind of how things are going to be until we get a really much cooler weather or we see rain that could help kind of wash some of this stuff out of here. Now, as we go into Friday, we're going to get even hotter. Temperatures will be solidly in the 90s almost everywhere in the inland Northwest. We get a nice cool off for the weekend, but when we see cool offs like this, a big drop in temperatures usually means there are gusty winds, and that is something we are going to have to keep an eye out for as we get into your Friday. There's that nicer weather. Will still likely be hazy around the Spring Valley Reservoir in Latah County. Otherwise, looking like a good camping weekend with the exception of some of those hazy conditions. Here is that Friday afternoon time frame we're looking at across eastern Washington, including the Spokane area under a fire weather watch. Gusty winds, 25 to 35 miles an hour. This will be the hottest weather we've seen since Monday. All those things combining and all that rain that we're looking for, well, for the time being, it's going to be staying up in Canada. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast, see if we can find some chances for wet weather coming up after the morning spread.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay out.
Call Russell and Hill.
We invite you to Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Missisquoi.com.
Karen's about to retire. Here's what's going into her retirement.
There's us. She raised us on our own.
10 years as my roller derby wife.
Preschool she's opened.
She's a mother.
I think we turned out all right.
She's a friend.
Our mothers could tell stories.
She's a teacher.
She may be retiring, but she's not done.
I'm never gonna stop.
Retirement is the sum of your life's work. Now what? Get income for life and protect your life's work with Prudential.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your chance to give back and your safety check.
Whoa.
All at an incredible value. It's more than an SUV. It's your Equinox.
Qualified lessees can get this 2025 Equinox all-wheel drive for around $299 a month. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Walking 5 miles for $10. That's one way to earn some extra cash. But are you tired of chasing money?
Oh, come on.
Why not make your money work as hard as you do? Get 3.5% APY with an Ascend checking account and let your hustle earn dividends. Visit p1fcu.org/earn to learn more.
I don't think I'm cut out for this.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay out.
Call Russell and Hill.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Thursday in the morning sprint. We've got some sunshine today and blue skies. Meteorologist Matt Gray has your forecast.
Hannah Joy is in studio with details of a car crashing into a bar in Spokane's Garland district.
But first, Jordan Smith is live out on the South Hill, where friends are coming together to honor a jogger who was hit and killed by a teen driver.
Yeah, that jogger killed yesterday in a hit and run, and those teammates of hers, the Spokane Swifts, coming out memorializing her today, dropping off flowers and memorabilia at the site of where that crash took place, describing her as a mother, a sister, and a great friend, someone very active in the running community, everyone very devastated and heartbroken by this situation. And we spoke with another person who was running in the neighborhood, and they tell us that this is a road where people have flown down the streets, and there's very little protection for people who are active here on Perry Street. But again, very heartbroken community, especially in that running scene. And the Spokane Swifts had a lot of wonderful things to say about this woman. We'll have new information later on tonight as we learn more information throughout the day.
And in your forecast, we are heating up a little bit. That begins, and you'll start to notice that rather as we head towards 11 o'clock and lunchtime. Temperatures getting into the 80s a little bit faster today. We'll end up in the upper 80s and low 90s with a very light west wind as we go throughout the afternoon. A little bit of haze, but overall not expecting too much air quality impact as we go throughout the day.
I want to get you up to date on some fires burning around the inland Northwest. The first, the Hope Fire, burning north of Kettle Falls. As of last update, it's at 7,400 acres or about 11.5 square miles. It's about 16% contained. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations are still in place for the fire. You can see who's affected on this map. The Red Cross Evacuation Center at Kettle Falls Middle School is open on an on-call basis.
The next fire is the Western Pines Fire, burning 10 miles northeast of Davenport. It's at 5,700 acres with 60% containment this morning. Level 3 evacuations are still in effect within the fire perimeter, but all other evacuation orders have now been dropped. Fire crews note a dramatic reduction in fire activity in the last 24 hours.
And the last wildfire is burning 5 miles north of Omak, named the Green Acres Fire. The newest update this morning is that all evacuation orders ended and all roads are open. It's burned 921 acres, or just less than 1.5 square miles. Crews have it 95% contained. That fire destroyed 7 homes and damaged 13 other structures. You can follow along on the progress on all the fires burning in the area right now on KXLY.com/firewatch.
Inland Power customers might see more frequent and longer outages this summer as the company takes extra steps to prevent wildfires. It's already operating at a fire safety mode level 2, meaning that crews must manually inspect lines before restarting the power. Lines are also more sensitive to wind or debris, which could mean longer outages. But Inland Power says safety comes first, and there are no plans for public safety power shutoffs.
Dangerous weather coast to coast. Storms slamming the northeast overnight ahead of today's extreme heat. In New Jersey, lightning struck an archery range, killing a man and injuring more than a dozen, including some children. In the Gulf, New Orleans residents are filling sandbags, bracing for a tropical system that could dump up to 10 inches of rain. And in Texas, search efforts continue this morning for missing people, where 134 have been confirmed dead due to the July 4th flooding. For updates on these conditions, you'll find it on Good Morning America.
This morning, we're following some breaking news on Spokane's north side, where a car crashed into Rick's Ringside Pub on West Garland Avenue just before 3 o'clock this morning. Police and fire crews were on the scene there for a while. You're looking at where the vehicle slammed into the building right across from the Garland Theater. Right now, we're still working to learn if anyone was hurt, what exactly caused this crash, and how much damage was done to the building. We've reached out to both fire and police officials, and we'll keep you updated throughout the morning.
We are following breaking news out of Idaho. In just a few hours, a new hearing will happen in the Bryan Kohberger case, and it could affect the gag order. Kohberger recently pleaded guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students, Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle. That gag order was meant to protect a fair trial, but since there won't be one, media outlets, including us at 4 News Now, say it should be removed. A judge will hear arguments today in Boise. That hearing starts at 9:30 a.m. We will be streaming that hearing live on our website at KXLY.com and our KXLY Plus app. Reporting, Hannah Joy.
Hannah, thanks so much, and thank you for being with us. We'll be back with the final check of weather coming up for you right after the break. And as we head to it, take a look at this beautiful morning. We'll be right back.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
It's time to seize your summer in a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, Findlay is launching the most aggressive deals of this summer with incredible financing options and hot lease specials. So this summer, if you're looking for a new ride, stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota and we'll show you some more choices.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve.
After my recent accident, I called Craig Swap & Associates. They treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, That's all.
509-999-9999.
Well, a little bit of haze in our sky, but got to get used to that now here as we get into the dog days of summer coming up. We are going to be a little bit hotter for the end of this week, but I tell you what, the temperatures over the next 7 days actually looking pretty decent. We'll even have a small chance of rain coming up on Monday and Tuesday. Once again, it is a small chance. Don't count on anything crazy unless you're up around the U.S.-Canada border. Nice looking weekend here as well. Friday, the one day we're watching because of some gusty winds and hot temperatures, and a fire weather watch is in effect in eastern Washington.
Well, thanks so much for starting your Thursday with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we hope to see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America. We'll have live local updates for you then. See you later.